What's the best and worst thing about working for a French director?
I don't think there's nothing bad about it.
He's a little stubborn sometimes.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah, a little bit stubborn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sylvain said to me that he could beat me in an arm wrestle.
And he did.
No, he did beat me on
Yeah,
that.
I see, I'm like, come on, I was there.
He beat me.
But have you seen, he has like the longest forearms. I'm like, you have a technical advantage, dude.
He gloated about it. He loved it.
Did he beat you?
No, I did not. I wouldn't even go into that. There's no way.
You don't want to embarrass him in front of the crew.
Maybe if I'll get him like, you know something, maybe one day I'll get him like drunk on whiskey, like a lot of whiskey, and then I'll be like, yo, Silvano, like let's just have an arm wrestle. And then I'll totally be able to kick his ass.
Okay, Jeffrey, there's a scene in the movie that every guy in the world would be jealous of. It's a scene where you driving the Pinto.
What kind of guys are those?
Yes, that was.
know, man.
I think when me and Idris showed up on the set that day, we were like, really?
What?
We're driving that? We could barely fit in the damn thing. It's pretty funny. Yeah, an American classic.
Yep, classic.
We already
piece of
were
shit.
afraid at the beginning of the show.
I'm like, what kind of guys are those? But I don't know. It must be weird.
Did you get to keep it afterwards?
No.
I think there was an auction. I think somebody bought it for like $7 after
I
the
would
movie.
take the Pinto.
What?
How does it feel to kick his ass?
Great. It felt really good, and
She enjoyed it a little bit too much.
But you know what felt even better is the fact that I almost feel like this is one of those fighting sequences where, in a movie between a man and a woman, where the man doesn't have to like become be a little more considerate because he's fighting a girl, and the girl doesn't have to like step up her game. They were really equal when it came to that, and Sylvain wanted to keep that. He didn't want to give the woman any special treatment, and he didn't want to wimp out, Clay at all. So
It's a cool fight.
It's pretty even. I loved
It's a
it.
cool fight.
It's well
Yeah.
directed and very well.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the room because the room kind of took all the heat.
Yeah, we break that sucker down.
But you know what? Every good action movie, every good action in a genre, there's always a strong female character. It's always the same. I mean, if the female is not as equal as the man, it's not as good.
Yeah.
That's the
It's
same.
boring.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right. That's right. I think that's good. That's good.
Is there? Would you say something different in these movies than any other action genre movie that we see?
I think in recent times this movie is
Uh-huh.
different, because there's humor, there's great action sequences. Of course, there's an original storyline. You know what I mean? This comes from a graphic novel, which is allowed to be a little bit more elaborate with their stories. So I think in recent times this film differs from other action films, I think.
And Zoe, did you ask them when you got the part? Did you ask them at what point do I get paint in blue? Is there blue involved in this one?
No. I just knew there was going to be a lot of SPF, a lot of putting. So it kind of felt like you were still putting on a costume and special effects or whatever. No, it was great. It was great because it's no different. You really have to work. A character like Aisha was also just as demanding as any other character that I've played before, and physically more. And the reason why I can tell you that is because the same stunt coordinator that did Avatar worked on The Losers, and he trained me. So Garrett Warren basically knew how far he needed to take my body in order for me to kind of incarnate Aisha. So that he kind of kicked my butt all summer while, in order to have that fighting scene in the room be very believable. And he really believed that we could do at least 75% of our stunts. And he pushed us and he trained us, and we felt we came out of that feeling really happy.
Absolutely.
One very last thing. Are you ready for Loser 2, Loser 2, Loser 2, and Avatar 2?
Yes, yes.
We're in.
We're excited.
We're in. We're ready to do it.
We're going.
We're ready. It's just his leg heals. We're
Yeah, you got a little time.